Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. I'm somehow managing to keep in good spirits as I did just not record this for like an hour, but here we are again, giving it another go. Hopefully as well you should find that this video is subtitled, so if that's good for you let me know. If not, it's hopefully not intrusive because you do have to select it as an option in like the bar down there somewhere. So let's get onto the deck. This is Praxis tokens. Took this from GHP's article, I believe. I might have found it on Eternal Walker, I'm not quite sure at the minute. But this is still just a good deck. People right now are just building battleships with Railgun's Disciple and that sort of nonsense, and just going really big on one thing. So we just want to go around them and then just get them dead with like rallies and just Xenan Obelisks. So this deck as well is really good for new players because not only is it easy to build because you don't really need the Teacher Humility and the Heart Level, but those are worthwhile things to work towards because those are staples of the format, and if in the unconfirmed but suspected balance patch that comes like a month or two after a new set, if the Teacher of Humility does get changed in any way, you will be able to get your Shift Stone back, and you know that's a nice place to be because you do get to play around with some Shift Stones, sort of move your direction, sort of build towards some different things. So this is just a very straightforward get 'em dead style of Praxis tokens aggro deck. Got a nice market as well. Just being able to fish up like Xenan Obelisk on demand is really important for this deck. But as well as just being able to get the Praxis Displacer just to keep getting that damage in, just like put your opponent onto sort of like clocks, and if your opponent's messing around with weapons or anything like that, you're able to get out there. That big unit. Obviously in this game there are a lot of units that care about entering play. So Praxis Displacer isn't perfect there, but if you just like bounce like Marisen and then just kill them on the crackback, it's sort of fine. South Titan as well is a sort of suspect inclusion in the market, but of course as we're able to go so wide, just meaning that units can't fly is still sort of nice because it means that we are no longer vulnerable to like a Huru Flyers deck that would be able to just like go around us. Maybe there should just be like the actual Sandstorm Scarf because then it can't be easily removed. Predatory Castle, just great card, kills a carrier, just gets in there, takes a bite out of crime, and can also just win the game for you. Just a nice 2-4. Passage Reveals, sort of suspect on, because this sort of does the same job as a bunch of the other stuff. So like if you're worried about Dramatisk's Mask, then you can still get rid of that with Displacer or Carnosaur. So I'm not entirely certain what Passage Veins is for, but maybe if it comes up in a game, we'll be able to figure it out from there. So that's good. Let's get on with it. Okay, well, we do have turn 2 Teacher. We're on the draw here, but got a bunch of good tools, just like Praxis Displacer means this gets in. I've got like the Relay Merchant as well, just to find us whatever piece we're missing. So probably going to be the Xenan Obelisk. Okay, so against Feln here. So on the draw against Feln, this could be a little bit of a rough one. Save Impulse is probably fine here. It's just more power. If we flood, we're able to just trade like power for stuff in the market. Colour deck's good. Please don't go find an Annihilates because we do really want to hit you with this Teacher of Humility. If opponent kills it, just move on with our life, just like playing Assembly Line or just tutor up an Obelisk. But if they don't kill it, then they are in trouble. So using a Hailstorm to kill this when we're on our tokens deck is pretty good for us. So don't need the Initiate the Sands anymore, so just grab an Obelisk. Next turn we likely just play the Assembly Line, then turn after we'll just Crest plus Obelisk. I thought no Crest next turn with the Assembly Line still nice. Okay, so we're playing against a very different style of Feln than I thought here. I don't need powers anymore, especially if it's going to be drawing a bunch of cards a turn. I can see why our opponent just wanted to kill the Teacher of Humility now. So now we do have some things to think about. Do we just like Displacer this? I think we probably do. Just keeps off our back for a while. And hopefully we get to just draw a bunch of cards with this Nightfall trigger. Because we've got like a bunch of power, so it's sort of fine. Oops, not that one. Yeah, it's Black Crunch up on for 4. Opponent does get to have a lifesteal on next turn, which is sort of fine. Probably just going to let it hit us. Our opponent does attack. But like, Obelisk here plus Crest. Yeah, let's get out of here, Sea of Impulse. Plus Initiate gives us the double boost. I think I'm actually going to save this Grenadin drone just in case our opponent does have Hailstorm here. Then the area will to wipe our board everything but the Aurelian Merchant. Our opponent attacks them might just be tempted just to like double block it. So it's kind of single block it with the Praxis Displacers, but you know, they're 5 power, so I'd like to keep them around. My opponent's just making some sort of decisions here. Because they've, you know, just cost like a bunch of time walks on them. Okay, so Black Sky is good there. But we get to sort of double Obelisk. Plus 5 Sigil to, yeah, we're going to million our opponent. They only had 1 lifestealer. So that's just how the Praxis deck rolls. Okay, well, we're on the play here. So that seems a little bit on the slower side if we don't find power, so we'll redraw that. Oh, the old Rally Heart of the Vault deck. Well, let's Crest here, just try and find something we can do in the meantime. Really Merchant's so good, we'll keep that. It's not a 2-drop, which is ideally what we wanted, but I would have also just settled like Assembly Line. But just, if the rally's not going to be good this game, just be able to turn it into something else is sort of fine. I think given what we've got going on, may as well get the Obelisk. I don't think this is sort of fine, really. Just knock us back a power. Wind Chest Merchant could fetch up Partial, which would be quite the combo. But I wanted to just like snap off what they were getting, so you know they must have a natural decision here to be making. Well, not a big fan of Displacer in Merchants, so we'll just grab a Sandcrawler here, just get the maximum amount of power so that our Obelisk does a little bit more damage here. Okay, so I'll probably wisely not getting the Annihilate there, because we will just be able to grind them out if that's their plan. Then now I think I'm actually just going to Crest of Impulse. I would like to play the Granite Waystone and a Grenadin this turn, but I'd much rather just guarantee the Heart of the Vault next turn, and then we're able to shoot this down as a blocker. Yeah, so I've almost got a torch from the quarry, it's sort of nice. So the torch could be fine, but as we're not able to combine it with the Heart of the Vault to get like a Risan, probably not going to keep that, just try and find something that goes a little bit wider. Are they slaying this? No. Well, just crunch them for 4 here. I suspect they may as well have attacked there actually just because they weren't blocking. Like, seems reasonable enough, really. And colour deck, that's where we want our opponents to be. Just not actually interacting with the board or like us. That's sort of fine, just like pay 2, draw a card, seems fine. They're going to hit the power now, so they're getting pretty close to being able to Risan, but hopefully we'll just be able to go over that. Well, I'm going to 5 here. So Grenadin's a 3/3 here, so that is lethal, but I smell a rat about a harsh roll. This being in place is pretty good for us. We are able to do 14 because of the rally anyway. Yeah, so this is the hash rule that the merchanted for. They might not have actually merchanted for that because some cards have just been giving you like the merchant text anyway. But here's a free. I'm just going to hopefully bounce your next two dudes, hopefully at Marisen, which is speculative at best. This is fine. Well, Marisen Disciple here, probably going to make a Sandcrawler just because it's big. I don't want to make any of the other options because they potentially get hit by Marisen. But more colour deck is fine by me. Very interesting to see how much selection this deck can actually have because, well, as well as Lingering Influence, they've got colour deck and Quarry, so this could be quite the contender actually. Well, get in there for 4. Make a Goblin. And bounce this Dude Reno, just for a little bit of value. We've still got 8 power in play. Can kill our opponent through a, like, well, maybe not a carrier. But we're going to try our best. So our opponent just doesn't block the dead, so. If we find, if we still had that torch, our opponent would be dead because we'd be able to torch it plus rally or just like attack, rally and torch our opponent. Well, let's just attack. What attacks I was getting for 7? Up on to 1 kill Era Carrier, play a Grenadin drone. I don't want to overextend this point to the point where we would just lose to hash rule. This is sort of a nice setup because next turn it's like Praxis Displacer the Grenadin if we need to. But yeah, the deck is good. Nice username. So whatever. A bunch of power on the draw with a turn 2 teacher and an interactive removal spell. Well, you didn't come here to watch smart play, so let's just keep a super greedy hand and hope that our opponent just isn't in the mood to interact in any way and is just dead to this. We'll just be Crest in here, just bomb anything that is a power or a like power producing source. Well, really merchant's good. That gives us something to do with like these millions of powers. It might just be get a threat actually, so just like Sandstorm type or something, but seeing Obelisk is probably just like the correct answer most of the time here. Also, I do like the value of these Waystones because like we are flooding, but this Granite Waystone is going to make a 1/1, which when we've got Obelisk in play, like could be a 3/3. What? I think I'll just mark it here. But this time Sigil just actually Praxis Displacer and that seems nice, but yeah, it's just the Obelisk, isn't it? Just grab the Obelisk and that lets us jam with like the team next turn. Should still be at sort of 5 power as long as I don't kill this. Oh, okay, so our opponent is just in trouble there. Because we get to play the Obelisk and torch this, which is nice. And they could potentially have something to say about this. Yeah, so they could have a Finest Hour here. But them using the Finest Hour defensively is fine. So if we attack, they block in game 5, which seems sort of gross. This is actually like a harder decision here. I'll just attack with both and rally. I don't really want to 2-point ourselves to kill this because like that. We'll just don't let it through because we get to draw a card. I mean, they're probably just like an actual beatdown deck that doesn't care about weights, but it messes with the market. Let's just do this. Pass turns, not the best. But you know, if they get excited here, just like try and attack again. Yeah, so attacking with both, playing some sort of other unit. Okay, so let's just pop this. Okay, well now we've got like a bunch of cheap rallies. I feel like we can probably race our opponent. But them having 0-5 wall and like the lifesteal unseen commando is going to make this quite difficult to play through. I feel like I should have just got the... Yeah, I'm starting to feel like I should have just got the Displacer just to bounce out of the way and get through. But we do get to put a bunch of stuff like into play now. I'm just going to put a flyer into play with the Marisen Disciple actually. Might be a defensive rally. Which is spicy. Should play the Initiate first so we could get into like some more damage. So yeah, would that have killed them as well? Oh, gross. So we've got 7, 11, 13 plus 12, so 25. The additional 3 wouldn't have done it, so it's not too bad. So I'll make a Locust with Flying, that's a 3/3. So it's sort of reasonable blocker here. But I'll just make the Initiate. So it turns it into a 4/4, which means it gets to like gobble whatever it wants. But this getting Aegis, oh Christ, didn't even think about that. Well, I guess we're dead. Completely, I've not seen this card for so long, I just forgot where it did, which is just give you one scenes Aegis. So we are pretty much dead to this. Yeah, because they've got 7 here anyway, so just rally, just show me his boss. Yeah, but I'd be a little bit cross with myself. Like, I mean, they don't need to do the conceal, but a little bit cross with myself if we could have won that turn just by playing the Initiate out, if our opponent didn't block, but well, those things happen. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, so this hand is a little bit slow, but it could go wide. Ideally, we do need like the 3rd and 4th power for this to actually make it functional. So I think there's a redraw, especially if we can't play our 1-drop on 1. This is much better as we do get to play our Initiate the sands out on 1, and then just like ramp it up into an assembly line, and then the Marisen Disciple, and then hopefully like the rally is just like all she wrote, and the game's over for our opponent. But okay, so turn 1 torch out things, still sort of fine here really. Sadly we can't just like capitalise by playing the Teach of Humility, but let's grab the time source now. Teacher's probably not great against like a base fire deck anyway, but them having less torches to deal with is still pretty good because we still get to draw a card off it. So this could be like Skycrack. Okay, so Stone Scout. I'm sort of hoping this isn't the actual like mid-range sort of Grenadin's list, because that could be a bit of a nuisance as we'll just be able to clog up the ground forever. And they've got like some nice ways of refilling the board with like Gear Cruncher, but no box here. I assume that just like Stone Scout aggro just like don't care about the weights. Okay, just play them like more Grenadins. Well, let's just make more bodies. Yes, this should like be reasonable. Then we should be able to split the assembly line. Yeah, let's just crunch it with the Overwhelm guy. That just gets us in for some free damage, and I'm just going to put like 4 bodies on the pole. More teachers. Oh, that's assembly line time. So we're playing like basic aggro Stone Scar, so we don't need to worry about their 4-drops. Yeah, so Vicious Highwind's a bit of a nuisance, but I'm just going to lay it through this time. I guess take a lot of our things, and then just like gain 4. Because it's quite difficult to block, but if we draw like a Heart of the Vault or just some way of answering it, we should be in good shape here. So let's just Cinder Yeti. I suppose block this. It's like whatever. Crest of Impulse. Initiate Sand's not really what we're looking for. Again, just going to attack him for the free here. Be fairly conservative. We will get absolutely destroyed by a queen. Yeah, so queen's what's happening. Queen off the top, just because we can see the Warcry in it. Well, it could have been from the Orion actually. Yeah, we can't make any actual blocks that matter, I don't think. Yeah, let's just block a bunch of 2/1s. Try to minimize the damage a bit. What I really should have done there was just like count sort of how much damage our opponent had, so that we could have just killed him this turn with the rally, but well, you know, we play fast and loose. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on top of 16, 19, and then 5, 24. Well, I guess we do it. Well, you know, better to be lucky than good, etc., etc. Oh, I don't get to see we draw. Silly teacher. But I guess it worked out attacking with the other one due to those couple of times. Okay, here we see the old Acolyte. This land's just like free drop flooded, so I think we can just do better. Let's redraw this here. This is definitely better. We've even got outs to make like a turn 2 teacher. Actually, we don't, just completely misread the hand. I should play the Crest out really, but that doesn't matter. Let's just Crest it up. More Crest, not quite what we're looking for. Let's just jam this. We'll be on 4 power next turn, so we can just like still play the torch if our opponent plays a threat here. Okay, so this might just be like a traditional sort of TJP deck, but I'm sort of fine. Yeah, I don't need to torch this quite yet. But upon attacks, we just get to make like a huge board, so that's also fine. Yeah, just taking 8. Something I have to actually deal with. Yeah, it's good to attack for 4 here, and then next turn just gets like bounce whatever they play. But might just be like take a turn off to Obelisk, and then start doing this like a couple of turns after that. That sounds slightly better. Like, headphones just vanished down the back of my head. Good. It's like opponents waiting on me. I was just wondering what they're up to. This is an aggressive Valkyrie. It's Rizan that's got reckless, not you. I do Sigil 10 next turn. Plus got Pacifier, which is sort of fine. This is the turn we take just to Obelisk. And then from here on out, it's just going to like bounty thing, attack with the team. Might spook our opponent out here as well into like leaving something back as well. Just still sort of fine for us. We'll just bounce to 3-4 really. Probably not bouncing the Winchester Merchant, but you know, it does trade with our thing, so that's sort of fine. I probably don't mind bouncing Winchester like later on if our opponent's like got no cards left. Yeah, this is fine. Would have liked like an additional power here, but Displacer thing's probably about the same. But trade with these two, deal 2 damage is sort of fine, really. Yep. Because we just want to dead the opponent before they get to do whatever it is that they grab from this market. Imagine it wasn't harsh rule in like the beatdown deck, but you never know. So if we just torch this and bounce this, it's going for 6. Seems reasonably fine. I don't want their 3/3 to block my 4/3, that sounds terrible. Next wave, just play one thing, which will get to attack for 6. So they do need to play like multiple things here, or like play removal spell plus thing. But we are also just live to join undepleted power, just getting in there with the Heart of the Vault. It does need to be like a time source at this point though, because we are only on 5 and 2. Okay, so we get to kill him now because we are super lucky. We just drew a torch. Oh, okay. I was thinking I was just gonna like trade off the 2 4/3s. I suppose the intention is to trade next turn, just wipe our board. But we got the torch, so we do get to kill him anyway. So thanks for the game. Okay, so that was the tokens deck. I'm still pretty much impressed with the archetype. There's some tough matchups, but you're able to sort of overcome them because any deck that's going wide and has like Xenan Obelisk, you know, it's just got good top decks because later in the game, if you manage to like grind each other out, you just draw assembly line, it's just like put 6 or 9 power into play, you know, that's still pretty good. And just as I was saying in sort of the intro, being able to go wide whilst your opponent is just trying to make some huge battleship is sort of fine because you get to go around them. They're like playing a unit-like deck as well, so you know the cards like Torch and the Praxis Displacer just really pull the weight. Because if your opponent's going like super hammer, just like one thing, you can just like bounce it with Displacer. And as you saw like the last game, we were able to like finagle our way into finding lethal. There's some questionable inclusions in this deck like the Cinder Yeti, but still like a huge overwhelm guy when you've got some Obelisks in play. It's look pretty nice. Just I do like the card advantage that Warp does buy for you. But yeah, deck's sweet. Hopefully this video was subtitled. I'm not quite sure how I'm doing it yet, but if those are good for you, let me know. If they aren't useful to you, then it is just an option that you are able to turn on or off, so it shouldn't be too intrusive. But thanks for watching. I've been That Result, so I'll see you around. Yeah, boys, it's your boy opening bombs chest on upgrade.